All right, welcome to another edition of the Hills of Stanley Park. Today we're finishing off the trifecta of us going through the bushes in the interior of Stanley Park, looking for trails or paths to ride on. So this is the last of the three videos, not in any kind of order. As I said, I've got kind of a hodgepodge system here. What I do is I just record them. I don't have the date. I haven't set up the date on the $60 action camera from Costco, so I can't tell by the date. So basically I'm just cleaning out all of my files, so to speak. But this is the last of the three, and as we are riding along the paths, looking for paths in the forest in Stanley Park, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So without further ado, we shall begin. So just getting the camera mounted on the head. I'm using the headlamp position once again. Looking around, so you're going to have POV things where I'm looking left, looking right, trying to discover some sort of trails or somewhere I can ride off of the main paths here in Stanley Park. So this is here. Okay, we found a little bit of a path. Where is this going to take us? Lots of slippery routes on this one here. I think this is probably the best of the three as far as paths go, or trails, because this one, sections of it were rideable. Other sections is kind of crap, but this section here isn't too bad. Not anywhere you can go wide open or anything like that, but it's not all that bad. And see, someone's cut out that section of the log too. I don't know if it was for the mountain biking or who it was, but there was someone cut out that section on, so there's a clear path so you can ride through here. Due to the quality of the paths, you really can't go wide open these things because the roots, they're like ice when you hit them. You try to turn on them because of the dampness of them. Maybe in the summertime, maybe a little bit better once it's dried out. There's some rocks and crap there. But as I said, you get a little bit of this path and then it dissipates into nothing, rocks and roots. And then we're coming up to almost nothingness of the path. Okay, where are we going? All right. And there's still lots of foliage on the ground, a little bit of mud there. There's lots of slippery roots there to go over. And more. That's pretty much what you're going to encounter on all of the interior paths here. Lots of bare roots. Going over them straight is not a problem. You go in any kind of angle, your front tire will slip out and you'll land on your ass. But you can just tell there's no real place. And this a little bit downhill. It's almost flat, so it's not like you're going to be able to be going wide open because you have to pedal so. But I would say out of the three videos, this is probably the best quality of path. I don't think there's any jumps that I noticed on this path here. But I'm winging it. I've never been in these parts of Stanley Park before. So I'm just looking for a line to ride down. And sometimes some places it's easier than others. This isn't too bad, some roots there. And then we're on to kind of a main path. So we're gonna jump over that. And we're gonna continue on our quest for rideable trails. Lots of roots and crap. This is just looking left, looking right. Where should I go? I've got two options, lots of options and stuff. The line that I pick sometimes is successful, other times it wasn't. As you can tell, someone got their on that log. There's some chew marks from the crank. Some little bit of a log, so I'm going to go left here. and right. Am I go left or right? Where am I going? Where am I going? Oh, a little bit of the camera flipped down. So essentially I'm pedaling through all of this undergrowth, etc. So as I said, no real place here to go out. That has been marked blue, so that means to me that this is some sort of a path or trail that has been used previously. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's definitely marked for some reason. And here we're kind of like in no man's land. Where are we going to go? We're going to go left here. And there was some sort of a skid mark there on the gravel, but it didn't come from the pass where I was because there was no tire tracks there. And I think this is a spot where I saw some minions walking up the path here. This is kind of like not a main path, but it's definitely a maintained path, I would say. I'm not exactly sure. Where are they? I may have been a little bit early about saying that I saw them, but or was it the other video? I don't know. But I did encounter some minions on this path, or going through the forest of Stanley Park. But essentially, we're just looking for places where there's a trail that we can ride on. That's a little bit of an art installation in the depths of Stanley Park. It's basically kind of like a interlocking pieces that become a ball. So if you can imagine that, that's the best way that I can describe it. So we're coming up to a fork here. Right goes downhill and left goes uphill. So which way are we going to go? Of course. What do we like to do in this stream? We like to ride uphill. So we're going to ride up this little mini hill. Nothing challenging, but it's just a little mini hill. And I mentioned in the other video that Tatlow, the main path that divides, well, not maybe a third of Stanley Park. You're not supposed to ride up. And I encountered some park rangers. I think they were cleaning up garbage and stuff like that. You'll see when I come up to them, I should have gone straight because the Bridell is a path that I can ride on, but Tatlow is not. But I said, fuck that noise, and I just turned right. They're not going to chase me. And if they did, I'd love to see them try to chase me. I'd just disappear into the woods and they'd never find me. Because they were driving a pickup truck, so good luck with that. But they've got better things to do. I've never had any kind of problems with park rangers or anything else. I've ran into numerous Vancouver Park employees, but maintenance people, but I've never had any problems with the rangers. And so here's kind of like a path. Where are we going to go, left or right? So we decided to go right. Was it a wise choice? Well, we'll soon find out, kiddies. Little mud pocket. This is a little bit downhill. I'm not, as you can tell by my speed, I'm not pedaling. So I go left and right. So I go right, and then left. And this is probably about 10 a.m. in the morning, I would say. So that's why the sun is coming up from the east. So we're obviously riding east because the sun is in our line of sight. And we're back onto a main path, or because this is and I think, no, this isn't it yet. We're going to go left, right, we're going to go right. Constantly looking for some sort of trail that we can try to navigate through. As I said, we spent probably about 45 minutes going up to the top and then coming down, and so we're not going to bother with it anymore. I said there was nothing of interest, and it was basically just crap, roots and mud and rocks and tree stumps and fallen down trees and stuff, nowhere to go wide open, really nowhere to ride. And anyone who follows this stream knows that our specialty is riding up the hills in Stanley Park, and going through all that chop and stuff like that. The only thing I would suggest is riding downhill rather than uphill. And when you contemplate of trying to ride uphill and all that roots and rocks and fallen trees and mud and leaves and crap. But I think we're going to be coming up to the park rangers here rather quickly, and I think we're going down Bredell right now, and then it's going to the Tatlow intersection is where they had parked their pickup, and they were, I think, cleaning out the garbage. I don't know what they were doing. They were doing something, because I don't think that's their job, so to speak. I think, and I think this is it. Because I think they have some sort of waste management people that come in there, and so maybe they're looking for something, who knows, but they were stopped in the intersection there in the turn of Tatlow and Bredell, and it looks like they're taking something from the garbage. I'm not 100% sure. So, did we find a path? Oh, we decided we're going to go right. What are we doing here? That's right. We were just playing around with our $350 Costco special mountain bike. Hence, that's why we didn't take any jumps or anything like that, because the jogger blew by us. Because if we were ever to do anything land flat, there's the ranger's truck there. So this is Bredell and Tatlow, and see they're pulling it, and instead of going straight, I turn right here, and technically I'm not supposed to be riding up this path here, but they've got better things to do than to chase me down. So we're just going up Tatlow looking for possible trails or paths that we can navigate down. I said the forest is quite thick, so there really is no wide open spots where you can go, as it's even when there is any kind of clearing and stuff, it's basically just stumps, rocks, roots, etc. So really no place to go really wide open in the bushes in Stanley Park. If you go to the other videos we posted here, we've discovered a couple of jumps. One of them was probably about 2 feet, 3 feet, but no landing area, landing flat, and then landing amongst roots, chopped down trees, stumps, rocks, and crap. So it was a no-go, and basically the reason why we didn't do it is because the ramp was slippery, and if we landed flat on our bike, it would snap into like a toothpick. It's only got front suspension, so, and I prefer front suspension because the mid suspension just is too springy. I don't like it, especially for climbing hills and stuff. It would be counterproductive. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that little bell in your comment box. If you got any questions or comments, put it the video below. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.